cleaning greens while watching TV. And no, I'm not doing it in the bathtub. This is just the first. I washed them in here. I just dip them a little bit and check out all the leaves and make sure there's no worms or bugs or anything on them. That's how you clean greens. You just don't dip them in a bathtub and call it a day. So, I will be canning these with maybe some chicken a little bit later. Okay, I'm doing this for those who might not know any better. Like even for those who are in high governmental positions. Wink, wink. But anywho, while you could clean your beans, your greens, your carrots, what have you, while you're watching TV in the afternoon. It's a nice thing to do, and it makes your day go by more comfortably. What I did was, I usually wash them in the sink, from one sink to the other. I wash them 2 or 3 times, because the greens can be sandy, they can have worms in them, you'd be surprised, little bugs in them, and God only knows what else. So what I'm doing is, I have some cold water in here, in this pot, and I turned them upside down with this, the stick part up. Now, what I do is I douse them in this water, just enough, get a little sand off of them for right now, and then, I hope you can see this, I hope it's in the camera, you open up your greens, okay? These are the curly kind. They're not really, the Russian kind, I think, are a little more straight. You just open them up real quick, go through them, take off any black spots you see, or if there's anything in there. There could be anything in the curly part of the green itself. And you check to make sure there's nothing in there. Okay, that's light green. I don't like that. It was just a dead piece. Okay, and you check it. You open it up like a flower. Okay, it was a lot of whatever could have been on it could come out when you douse them, like in the water. Then you turn it over and check it. These look kind of clean. I got these from Walmart. And they look really nice and they look kind of clean, but you don't take it by that, because a lot of times your greens could be clean, okay, because they could be in-house greens where somebody, made them in a greenhouse or something. And, but still, they could be sandy, because with carrots and greens and stuff like that, people use a mixture of like dirt and sand, especially with carrots. That's why when you see carrots, they're all crooked or whatever, because people try to grow them in hard dirt, and the carrot has a hard time growing up, so to speak, or growing out, and it comes out crooked. It pushes its way through the best it can. So that's why your greens and carrots and stuff sometimes can be sandy. And that is how I do this, I'm just doing this now because I'm actually doing my afternoon television watching that I do. I like to watch certain things in the afternoon. It's my time, okay? It's not time for TV or, it's not time for telephone calls or internet or anything. I cancel everything so I can have certain time in the afternoon, just an hour or 2. And this is what I do. Yesterday, I think a lot of you who watch my canning videos, you saw that I did carrots. And I literally sat here and did a huge bag of carrots while I was watching TV and during my rest time, I call it. Sometimes I take a nap, sometimes I can food. Especially since the weather's changing. Oh yeah, you can can your food nice and cool. It's cool outside, and when you can, you are warming your house up. All right, so I hope you guys could see that. I hope it came out good in the video. I just wanted to show certain people, especially a certain person, how you clean greens, if you know what I'm saying. Amen. Do not clean your greens in the bathtub. And I've also heard of people cleaning them in the washer and stuff like that. I have nothing against what people do, but I would not do it in a bathtub. There are too many things sit down in that bathtub, if you know what I mean. So just clean them in the sink. Now these will get, I have another bag here, so I might need another bowl. I have another bag here. So I think it's 2 more bunches. So I'll get another bowl or something big and put them in there. And what I'll do is I'll throw them in the sink full of nice cool water and wash them again, douse them a couple times, and then put them into the pot with the chicken I have chicken thighs out there that I couldn't fit into my jars yesterday when I was canning. So I'll put these in a pot. No, I might cook the chicken first, and then I'll add the greens, because I only want to half cook them so that I can can them. Because if you cook them in a pot all the way, and then you put them in a jar and can them for, I think, 60 minutes all the way, it's going to be mush practically. So I'll wash these and get them prepared. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And then your seasoning, you know, put the chicken in, boil it for a while, boil the thighs for a while, add the seasoning. I think I left that out. And then after the chicken boils for about 15, 20 minutes or so, maybe half an hour, whatever, and it gets a little nice and tender somewhat, then I'll throw the greens in and boil them both together with the seasoning, adobo or what have you, and I like a little heat in mine. And then I'll put them in the jars, okay? So that's, oh, and a little bit of salt. Don't forget your salt. I use, you can use Redmond's. You could use, Redmond's is untouched, clean salt. Himalayan is untouched, clean salt, unrefined, they call it. And I use, Celtic, I don't know. But I just wanted to make it. God bless. You guys can see I'm almost done, with this set of greens, and I'll go to the next bag of greens. And I like to break them up into little pieces so when you pick them up on your fork, you don't have to swirl them around like spaghetti. And as you can see, there really wasn't much in this one. They weren't really, like I said, these are from Walmart, and they really weren't that dirty. But you can see that there's stuff swirling around down in there, and I don't know what it is, bugs and sand and what have you. Usually they're really, really, see in the middle, when I swirled it and it all settled in the middle. That's what some people eat. But anywho, I'm going to get to my next bag. And, oh, by the way, I want to also say these, you can see I did my carrots yesterday. I'm going to empty this when I'm done. But, chickens love this kind of stuff. If you have chickens, save it and give it to them, because they love, especially vegetables. They'll tear that up. All right. Just wanted to show you a little something, something. I just picked up the other bag of kale so that I can clean it. And I just saw this on there. I don't know if it's a little bug or what, but we shall find out. Sometimes you just have to demonstrate. Okay, anywho, I cleaned all my greens, about 5 or 6 bags of them, stuffed them in these 2 bowls. Now I rinsed them in the pot, as you can see, not as seen earlier in my video. Now I'm going to go ahead, fill this up, dump these in here, but leave these here so I can put them back in. They'll wash them a couple times, you know. Dump them in there. They're nice and clean. They look good. You go ahead, Walmart, with your nice clean greens. I'm proud of you. And if you see anything, I don't like when you see those light colors, like, you know, so I take it out. I don't like light colors, and I don't like big stems. I hate when you go to the restaurant. You ever go to a restaurant and you order greens, and they bring you back stems? And you're like, no, hold up. I wanted greens. I don't want stems. A lot of companies are beginning to do that. I guess they're saving money. What can you say, you know? And some people salt them. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't hurt, you know. Some people let them, you know, sit in the water for about a half an hour, whatever. There we go. And they salt them. They sprinkle a little salt on them. I guess it helps to pull out any other dirt, you know. So there you go. Now this is going to be fun. I will be dipping these. I'm going to let them soak for a few minutes. And then you know, I'll come back in and dip them, rinse them. What I'll do is, some people show off, you know, it's not all that. I'm going to rinse them. I'll dip a little bit, rinse them, put them in this bowl, and pour it over into the pot that I have, yeah, with the chicken in it. I put chicken legs in it. I'll show you in a minute. Hold on. All right, let me take this up a little higher for you if I can, so we can see it. It's already up, I think. There we go. Take it up a little higher so you can see down in. Please excuse my extra pots back there. I've been cooking all day. Last few days, actually. So you can see the chicken down in there. Well, yeah, and one green leaf I found that I threw down with the chicken. That's my chicken thighs. And I'll let those cook. I'll add some seasoning to them, such as, indubitably, where's that? All-purpose seasoning by Tabitha Brown. I'll put some of that in there. Okay. Which actually should take a little bit more than that. I want some seasoning. There we go. Because you got to figure, when you're seasoning your chicken like this, you're also seasoning your greens. I love, indubitably, back to indubitably, cayenne pepper. I like heat in my greens. I love it. And once again, great value. I like their products. And what else did I see? There it is. Adobo. Hold up. I need a big order. There we go. Put some adobo in there, which is garlic and onion and everything mixed up, all the goodies mixed up together. Okay. And I want to say there might be here. And do some Mrs. Dash. Everything but the salt. Wait, I'll show you what this looks like. Mrs. Dash, everything but the salt. Okay. And this is what you put in your chicken. Okay, you put a lot in because this is going to be, I have a lot of greens. This is going to take about, I would say, maybe 6 quarts. I bet you I have maybe 5, 6 quarts. And if I have more than that, I wouldn't be shocked. Okay. And a little bit of, nope, not that. Let's see. And a little bit of Celtic salt, I don't know. This, okay, and it's gray. I think you can get it white and gray or what have you. This is fine ground. Celtic salt, the reason it is the best is because it has different magnesiums in it. 3 different magnesiums in it, which is really good for your body. And, let me see. Health professionals, recommended by health professionals and chefs. Let me see if I can, oh, it doesn't show back here though, huh? Anywho, Celtic salt is good, so I will sprinkle a little of that in there. Especially for chicken. You know, chicken and turkey takes a lot of salt. All right. And I'll put the lid on. That's going to bubble all in there anyway. Oh, did I have pepper in there? Let me get some pepper. Let me cheat. I'll cheat and get some pepper. I have cayenne in there, but I didn't have black pepper in there. Okay. I love black pepper. All right. And I'll let that boil for about maybe 30 minutes. And then add the greens to it, because I got to still wash the greens. Just wanted to show you guys my greens before I put them in. I added onions to them. I had red onions, purple, whatever, and white onions. So the chicken's in there, the onions are in there, and I had a lot of juice left over. I had 4 quarts of greens and 4 quarts of juice. So you could use this juice for beans, soups. You could literally boil your noodles or whatever and, you know, pour it over. And I'm waiting for my canner to get hot because these are hot. I don't want to put these into a cold canner because you have to have cold, cold, and cold, or hot, hot, and hot. And if you put hot jars in a cold canner, they could crack, or vice versa. So as soon as my canner heats up, I'll start putting them in and get them on and popping. And as you can see, quarts are 90 minutes. An hour and a half, these greens will cook. All right, I am through. I'm done, and I'm getting ready to take my, I'm taking actually my greens and onions out of the cooker. Okay, It's 7:34 in the evening, and I've been working on this all day. I made some juices. If you remember, that's the juice. I think I had 4 of the regular juice to use for soups and stews. You could use it for beans. You could use it for soups, whatever you're making. So there's 2 of the greens, 3. That one has a lot of meat in it. Another. That one lost a lot of water for some reason. All right, and here is the 4th one. So there we go. All right. I don't know. This one must have boiled over a little bit or something. So those are, that was my product that I did for today. 4 quarts of kale greens with chicken in them, and 1, 2, 3 quarts, I always get the number wrong, of the liquid that you can use for whatever, what have you. And thanks for watching. Let's see, I'm going to take in, let's see something. I think this one may have boiled over. Let's check it out. Yeah, it looks like something boiled over just a tad, just a little bit, but not too bad. All right. Thanks for watching. God bless you, and have a good day.